His family. This is the 2019 Social Development Director Training in the Columbia Corporate Office. What we are doing now is a brief 3 p.m. Social Development Brief-In. While you're going, please look at the signs in front of people. That is their current position.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Current OBS is 314 students. We have 5 UAs today. Susan Larson.
Susan has completed the program. She's currently looking for PDOF. I was working on that today, and I will continue to follow up on that.
Thank you. Greg Weber.
Greg did not sign in this morning. I did get with him this afternoon. He is signed in, so I'll follow up with records to see why he's not off the morning report.
Thank you. Roy Adams.
Roy is very hard to get in contact with. We have not been able to get into contact with him at this time, so I'm hoping that I can link up with a social development staff member today to make a home visit with him.
And we also reached out to his trade instructors today for some support to get in contact.
Thank you.
You know, he's really close with his RA, so we can probably spare someone to assist to go and pick up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mark Riolo.
Mark had a death in his family. He's currently out of PTO. I should have the verification of the family member by the close of business today.
Thank you. Antoinette Holman.
We have scheduled a home visit for Antoinette. She will be hopefully returning today. She's a minor student and the parents are not willing to have her come back at this time, but I'm fully confident that I'll be able to make that visit go well.
Thank you. Keep us posted on that. Are we concerned with anybody on leave?
Yes, I have a concern with Jacob. His girlfriend was just one of the students who was sent out of fact finding board. I'm sure CSO was gonna talk about it, he took PTO to be with her, and I'm concerned he might use this as an opportunity to try and leave the program, so I'd like to make sure we're just doing the wraparound as if he was UA.
I have a strong relationship with him, so I'll make sure that I make contact with him.
I was gonna appreciate that.
Anyone else concerns? No? Okay. Ms. Runkle, what do you got for us today?
Tonight I will be holding my bereavement group. That will be in the multi-purpose room, and it will be held from 6:30 to 7:30.
Mr. Griffith?
I have healthy relationships class tonight at the same time in the room next door.
Okay. Ms. C?
We'll make sure that we have all UA and PTO updates to you before 5 o'clock.
Thank you. Ms. DeShane?
Currently, we are going to have a Dungeons and Dragons group on the male dorm this evening. It'll be from 6 to 7:30. I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna go to closer to 9. And on the women's floor, we're gonna be having some nail and hair time to try to teach some appropriate looks, same time frame.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Hightower?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, on leave, we have 4 fact-finding boards that will be conducted before the end of the week. They'll be conducted on Jill, Bill, and Cameron, and Penn Silva. So those students will have fact-finding boards by the end of the week. We will, I'll send an email out on the results of the boards once the Center Director has reviewed and made the final decision. We had 2 verbal altercations today. Joe and Johnny got into a verbal altercation during the cafeteria line. Cafeteria was serving some chicken wings, so you know how that can be. That was one of the fun foods for the students. So therefore, they got into a verbal. We quickly dealt with it. I met with them and followed up with the CTT manager and the academic manager, so they are in good space right now. Jill and Bill, they got into a verbal altercation as well. That was at the 2:15 break. That was over a portable speaker, some song that was being played. We did a mediation with them as well, and they are in good space. So,
Mr. Hightower, I think it'll be imperative for us to get with Jill to make sure that she's in the healthy relationships group tonight.
Okay.
She's been struggling with that, so I would like to see her attend that group, and I'll make sure she
We'll
gets
make
there.
sure the RA reminds her.
Okay.
Okay. Also, we have, I passed out the pending incident reports. And also, we have 5 negative incident reports that's on that list, and we have 3 positive incident reports. Please speak to your colleagues about putting in more positives for our students. That is a low number of positive incident reports. We need to make sure that we are creating a buzz out there. There are some students that's on this campus that's doing something right that we can reward by putting those positive incident reports into the system. Also, we have a platinum card trip. We did a raffle, so it's 14 students that will attend an off-center dinner trip. We're going to take them to the Cheesecake Factory. My CSO officer will be around to your dormitories to pass out that list that'll script out who actually won that particular trip. It will leave the center roughly around 5:30. So they'll be right at your roll calls with that list. They're getting that together now. Also, we will have the incentive shop will be open today. It's going to be open roughly around 6 o'clock. So any students that have any positives or CSIO coins and stuff of that nature, they can come to the incentive shop. Also, we will be having our anime club as well. I don't want to cancel that because the students that are part of the anime club really love to come to my area to have that. So I'm going to push that up to 4 o'clock. We're going to have it from 4 to 4:30 so they can, so I can meet with them. We can go over some anime things, and then that way I'll still have time to assist with the trips. The CSI officer will be on center throughout the prime shift to assist you with whatever you may need. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Hightower, I'm
Yep.
sorry, prior to coming here,
Uh-huh.
the academics manager had contacted me and stated that Tracy Battle had skipped 3 classes today.
Oh, really?
He's on my caseload, I'll chase him down tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure why his behavior is changing.
Good. We will follow up with him. I'll actually get with him as soon as the bell rings because he's that class that he is in now is close to my office, so I'll get with him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr.
Mr. Johnson.
Thanks.
Excuse me, Mr. Hightower, do
Yeah.
you have any of the students on SGA for your
Um,
anime club?
Now, we have 2.
Can you please just remind them that they have some obligations this evening that they have to fulfill?
Sure.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, during the walkthrough with the CD, the center walkthrough, we observed some cuts in the fence. It has been placed in school dues. The maintenance supervisor was able to secure it, ensure students can't enter or no one could come into the facility at this time. We also have been getting notices of smoking in the restroom. I want to put everybody on alert to be more visible, checking these restrooms, making sure that instructors are coming outside during the breaks and making sure we're monitoring those restrooms. For information, all the students working WBL off-site have been returned to center, and we have transportation set up for the trip scheduled this afternoon and also for leisure time employment. All our staff will be here and we'll be patrolling as usual, and if you have any other concerns, please see me. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Spencer?
Sure, so as a reminder, we have our SART meeting tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's gonna be important if I have you and Safety and Security Manager there. We're going to have the hospital there, and they're gonna actually demonstrate what a rape kit looks like. Also Kelly from the Rosa Park dorm, she had an allergic reaction, so she was sent out to the hospital. My nurse is with her now. I may need assistance if it goes after 5 o'clock, so I'll let you know.
I can reach out to her mother. Her mother's very responsive. In the evening, she works during the day, but I can reach out to her mother to make sure that she can provide support at the hospital as well.
Oh, that'd be great, thank you. The last thing I have is that Denzel is returning from MSWR, so he will be back on Monday.
And he's cleared to go back to the same dormitory?
He is.
So we did have to give away his bed at one point, so we'll wrap around and make sure that he knows that he will be in a different room but the same dorm. Should I have any concerns that he'll be upset with that change?
No, not at all.
I'll get with you, we'll have that conversation together with him.
Perfect, thank you.
I'll ensure that linen is brought up to the dorms and that room is prepared.
Thank you, and pillows too are starting to run low?
Absolutely.
The last thing I have is that training. So as I mentioned to you, the EpiPeer training, I just need about 5 minutes. Are we still good to go for Monday?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Presley?
Yes, how y'all doing? Good. All right, so Rec got some exciting thing going today. From 6 to 7, we got dorm basketball. Need the staff to come out, RAs come out, support your team. That's from 6 to 7, and then from 7 to 7:45, we had them to put together a co-ed dorm where they can pick a couple of females. play on their teams, or we're gonna get them involved. We have that game going on. Then there's a video game tournament. It's going to the video room from 6 to 8 p.m. And the arts and craft room will be open from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Then we got a reading club going on from 6 to 7. So get your staff out and support your student over in the activity center. Thank you.
Sir, oh, go ahead. So I just wanna remind everyone that Peter and John are on rec restriction and not be able to participate in the
Okay.
game tonight.
We'll check them coming in, make sure they don't play.
My girls usually ask, is it a set arts and crafts plan, or are they open up today?
They open today from 6 to 7. And our arts and crafts instructors over there, they normally have some things going on lined up there. I think they scheduled to do some bead stuff today,
Okay.
so, yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Ms. Peterson?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tonight, we have the CD and SGA leadership meeting at 4 o'clock, so please remind your students to attend the meeting if they're a part of our SGA board. The SGA store will be open from 5 to 8 p.m. tonight, so please encourage everyone, to come out and support us. And we're also in the process of planning our Sadie Hawkins dance for December the 12th. So if you all could please give some ideas, we would really appreciate that. We're having a rough time coming up with some good things, so we would really appreciate your feedback. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ms. Holloway, how are the rooms today?
Oh boy, we have some work to do, but on a positive note, Grant Hill, expired dorm, and Courage dorm, all common areas met expectations. So thank you to the students, so please mention that at dorm meetings today. Field rooms on the male dorm, 5 field rooms out of 20. On the female dorm, so we had 3 field rooms out of 20. So male dorms, the following rooms filled, we had 204, 205, 210, 212, and 214. And then on the female dorm, we had room 306, 311, and 312. So after this meeting, I'll be on dorms. I'll meet with those students during the male dorm meeting, and then you can send the female students down to my office, and I'll definitely touch base with them and let them know why they failed and assist them
Thank you.
any way I can.
Alright,
Yes.
go ahead, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish.
Also, just remind students about cleaning supplies. They need to take only what they need. I walked through today and there was, 3 or 4 things of Lysol and all-purpose spray underneath their sink, so I did disperse that. So just ensure that dorm staff are locking and securing those. And then at the end of this meeting, if I can just meet with the res soup on the Grant Hall, I just wanna talk about some concerns that I noted in the laundry room, and then Mr. Paganelli, I can follow up with you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So everyone who had a room that failed, those students are aware that they will have to come back and recorrect their room, so they'll have another major cleanup. If it is corrected to pass inspection prior to 8 p.m., they don't have to come back for an 8 p.m. major cleanup, so they are aware of that as well. I'll send out, my dorm staff will send to me if anyone has not corrected it. That way I can send it over to recreation and everyone, so that to send people back to their dorm rooms if they haven't fixed it.
Mr. Shane, I think that we're gonna have to follow up with room 203 as well, if you wanna take note on that.
Yes.
That's the 4th day in a row.
I think it might be a good idea if we assign a dorm leader in that room and get one of the floor leaders to assist.
Just let me know if you need me there for that meeting, and I'll walk them through the room and show them what they're feeling on.
I would
So
really
we can have
appreciate that so
improvements
much.
there.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Ms. Moore, do you have anything?
I do. We have 5 UAs, so it's all of our responsibilities to get our students back. So if you have a relationship with them, please give them a call and make a case note. And then make sure all your weekend passes have been done and are completed, and enter your CSSR scores in a timely manner.
Thank you. So I will be running shift tonight until 10 o'clock. Mr. Shane will take over when I leave center. Evening weekend studies tonight. Let's get as much student participation as we can. Please continue to remind the students about the pizza party with the wing with the least amount of room fails. They'll get a pizza party at the end of the month. Social development assemblies today at 3:45, and then I will be in SGA meeting at 4, so please see Mr. Shane with any shift concerns until I get out. Please ensure all minor weekend pass consents are all taken care of and case noted. And please keep me updated on all UAs. That's all I have. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
Good job, you guys.